Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Advanced Warfare in Depth. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about the Amelie Whalehorn because this is quite possibly the most fun variant in the entire game and one of the most fun guns that I've ever used in a Call of Duty ever. It's not practical, it's not amazing, you're not going to see it on MLG main stage, they don't allow variants anyway, but it is really fun, and I wanted to share it with you and hopefully make your day a little bit better. But we're going to swap modes just a little bit. We're going to talk about the downsides first. First of all, it has 10% more recoil, which is kind of frustrating. Of course, we don't like guns that increase recoil. Makes them harder to use, makes them handle more funny than the base variant. And this one honestly has pretty bad recoil, especially the way that I build it. You can put a foregrip on there, but I'm not going to recommend it. It's pretty useless at long ranges. It's pretty useless even at assault rifle ranges, which is kind of frustrating. And the most frustrating thing about this weapon is that it has 65% less 3-shot kill range than the base variant. This is a massive range nerf. This is the biggest range nerf on any variant weapon in the game as far as I'm aware. 65% less is really huge. To just show you some numbers here, the regular version will get a 3-shot kill all the way up to 35 meters, which is a long way out. That's kind of, the max range on a lot of assault rifles. This variant, unfortunately, will only get a 3-shot kill up to 13 meters, which is not very far at all. Most of the shotguns in the game have a range of 13 meters, which is pretty poor. So your range is nuked on this weapon. It is worthless. It is in the garbage. And the long range damage is decreased. Now the shots to kill don't change. It only goes from 33 to 25, so it's still 4 shots to kill at that range, but the overall damage is decreased, so there's less flinch and less chance of you finishing off somebody at long ranges, less odds of punching through a wall and dealing good damage, yada yada. It's decreased, and we don't like to deal with that. So you're going to say, okay, Drifter, you said this weapon was fun, you said it was viable, your gameplay here is looking pretty good. What's good about this weapon? Okay, this light machine gun has 20% tighter hipfire spread for some reason. It's almost like an assault rifle in the hipfire spread department, which means instead of being absolutely useless hip firing, it's actually very useful. It's actually got one of the better 3-shot kill ranges in the game. It's right up there with the ASM-1, but of course you have way more bullets, and it's got this very satisfying kind of crunch, heavy wall penetration, and a lot more ammo in the mag. When you put something like laser sight on it, it gets even tighter. You stack with gung ho, and you can just kind of run around and run and gun with this. It kind of reminds me of a game that I played in COD 4. COD 4 was a little bit weird with the hip fire. I remember a game where every single person on the enemy team all got a M60 light machine gun, and they all ran steady aim, and they all hip fired it everywhere. And there was some sort of, I think we were playing on Vacant, and there was some sort of weird little bug on it to where the hip fire spread was way tighter than it should have been, so they just marched around the map hip firing everything, hundreds of rounds downstream, blowing through walls. And I did that a little bit myself. I considered it cheap and cheating, so I didn't do it too much, and this emulates that almost perfectly. I have this sneaking suspicion that an Advanced Warfare dev probably experienced a similar thing or saw that in COD 4 and thought it would be kind of funny to bring back to Advanced Warfare, if only for a variant or two. And I say that the gun is hilariously strong when hip fired. It's really poor at everything else. Like, I'm not joking when I say to you that this gun is very strong when you hip fire it, especially if you go prone or crouch in a corner. You can just walk around holding down the trigger and murder people. It's so easy and it's so fun. And I have a blast doing this. I don't think it's a brilliant tactic or anything, but it's fun. Not practical at all. You're not going to carry your team doing this. You might not win the game doing this, but you will have moments. In every single game, you have a moment where you will rise to the top and you will get your triple, quad, and maybe even 5-man feeds just walking through, mowing everybody down, 3-shot, and they drop, and the bullets punch through people. Unlike the ASM-1, the bullets will actually penetrate, so you'll deal damage behind them and maybe kill them in 1 or 2 shots after the first guy's dead. Very dangerous, very fun. What I recommend doing with it is running it with gung ho, rapid fire, extended mags, and laser. Gung ho is so that you can sprint while shooting, so that you don't have to draw it and pull it up, so there's no delay, you just pull the trigger and it shoots. Rapid fire, obviously we want to put more lead downstream. Unfortunately, rapid fire also makes our hipfire spread wider, which is kind of a downside. That's why I run the laser to counteract that. And we run extended mags because reloading is the enemy. Advanced rifling can be used in place of extended mags. That's entirely viable, but I like extended mags just because I'm going to hold down the trigger and hose everybody, and it's pretty fun like this. Guys, that's the end of this in-depth episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. The previous episode was on the Bare Fist, and the next episode is going to be on the elite variant of the SAC-3 Pain and Suffering. Drifter out.